What should the artists look for in an agency?
Well, first of all, they need to find an agent that fits them. So, for instance, my specialty is if you're in one of the shows on the Strip and you want to do additional work, then I'm the person. If they are brand new and just starting out, then they need to find an agency that specializes in brand new people. They have the time to develop them. I no longer have the patience. I become less patient. So I have to have someone that comes in, they have the tools, they've been around the block a couple of times, because I have no patience. So if someone calls me up and says, hi, what do we do next? I'm probably not going to be real happy about that. I want to be able to call you, give you a cryptic message, and have you get it. And show up, get the job, and then we all make money.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, my patience is gone.
So typically experienced actors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to have experience. You have to have an extensive resume. So if you come in on one of the Strip shows and you've not done anything, I'm probably not the person for you.
Okay.
So if you come in and you happen to have a wonderful body of work for theater, now I would consider that, because theater to me is your strong foundation. I can build off of that. But if you've come in and you've had one seminar and maybe not so, I'm probably not going to be the person for you.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I wouldn't be the nice people.
You'd break the hearts of the new
I would
people
break
coming
the
in.
heart. I probably am a little bit too strong for them, and if they're just starting out, not so.
So-
Too many tears.
So typically, what kind of advice would you give to someone or an actor who is just starting out and wants to get to that level to where possibly they can get with an agency like yours?
Train, study, get out on every audition you can, and actually go out and see all the agents. Find a manager that works well with you. Network. Definitely train. It's just like using a muscle. You don't use your muscles, it's atrophy.
Sure.
Yeah, you need to keep studying. So the first thing that I ask any actor that comes in is, what was the last thing you did? Who have you studied with? What books have you read? That kind of stuff. And if they can answer it, and, we go to the next step. And if not, I say thank you very much, goodbye. Yeah. I don't have a lot of time.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So then,
We talked a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't we? We talked so much. We should have had the cameras back there. We should have invited everybody back there, because we really did. We had some fun.
We did.
Yes, we did.
So do you work strictly in Vegas?
No, but having said that, I only go outside to the outside areas like Mad TV. I work with them, and Scare TV and Scare Tactics. But if someone's leaving this area and then going to California, I'll rep them for a moment until they get someone that's actually established there. So I actually have gone in, and I do work with Stargate, Stargate Galaxy or whatever that is. It's an MGM production. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's why I don't, because there's too much stuff going on in LA. I'm busy here. I'm busy all day here. We just, actually I do too. I work in New Mexico. What am I talking about? I'm in New Mexico and also Salt Lake. So we do a lot of stuff outside of those areas. So I guess it all depends on the relationship I have with the casting directors and stuff, because we do Crash, Breaking Bad, In Plain Sight. So I guess those are outside. Okay. Correction.
So for breaking out into LA, what kind of good advice would you give to someone who wants to break out to LA? I mean,
start going out there right now and take seminars, because there's those weekend seminars. There's classes out there, and they're usually 1 day a week. So you go in 1 day, and that way you can start working with that network, because you want to get into a class with working actors. You want to find out who's got that class, and they're typically not that expensive. But you need to break out. Your resume needs to read like who's who. When a casting director looks at the resume and at the bottom it says training, they need to be able to say, "Oh wow, Tom, how's he doing?" like Tom Logan or someone that's got a name, because then that way you have a common network with the casting director, and then they can make conversation with you. That's what it's all about. It's a network situation. But you've got to study, 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 study.
Gotcha.
Read, read, read. What have you done recently? What have you done recently to promote your career? You just don't walk into an agency and here I am, I'm really quite fabulous, I'm wonderful.
Right.
Well, you know what, if you go to an interview or an audition in LA, there are 3,700 of you sitting there, and then it gets down to the top 500, but they all look like you. But what makes the difference? You might be the friend of the lighting guy that happens to know the director really well, and you get the job. But you also have, a wonderful resume, a body of work. Seminar, 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 work, 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 work. Work begets work, you know how that goes.
Right. So you highly recommend for acting, just really branching out.
Oh my God, yeah. You have to do your research.
Yep.
You have to do as much as you can, because the more you're out, it's like PR. We were discussing earlier about PR. You're out there to make your name, meet as many people as possible, get on set as many sets as possible, so that you can get to know everybody, because someone's going to know someone else who's going to know someone else. But then when your opportunity arises and you have that chance, you have to then deliver. Because I think we were talking earlier about you got to work with some LA actors, and they pulled you up.
Yes, most definitely.
It made you reach, made you study, and made you.
Did. Yeah,
and then you got excited.
Oh yeah.
You got the fluttering. Yeah.
It gave me chills.
Yeah, because they're good.
Oh,
and I explain it like it's an onion. You keep peeling away this onion, and there's just all these little layers of these actors, and you think, oh my God, how deep can they go?
Right.
Well, when they come into me and they do a monologue, immediately I can tell whether they're new. And so they're this, I don't want to say superficial, but they're the surface actor, because they're brand new. They haven't dug deep, and it's like we're wanting to pull you up to the next level. And I read a bunch of young kids over the weekend, and I could tell that they were new. And you can just So you want to take it to the next level. So find someone that makes you take that next level, brings you back up.
Yes.
It's exciting though, isn't it? When you get into classes, you get all tingly and stuff. Yeah, it's in your blood. You got to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the exciting part about it.
Yep. Classes, research, reading.
And how do we do
Books.
research?
Internet.
Yes. Internet.
She asked me this earlier, and I said like 5 wrong answers.
I kept going, no. How do you find this? She was making it way too
Google.
hard. It was,
Google.
Making it too hard. So I'll go to Isaac and say, well, and he goes, Internet. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
How do you do your research? How do you find out anything?
Mm-hmm.
You can find out how to do American Sign Language.
Yeah.
Chinese, how to pronounce ni hao ma. So of course you're going to find all the other stuff, like who is this guy? Google it, and then it brings up the IMDb on him, them, girls, whatever, and you find out about it. But you've got to study.
Yep.
Who is your coach? Take it to the next level. You might be in a class that's really that you would do better if you were with someone that had a little bit more experienced actors in their class, so that they would all pull you up, don't dumb you down. And that's really important. But it's like finding out, what books have you read? What books do you have in your library? What books do any of you guys have in your library?